Okay, let's look at the solution of this paper. For question number 1, 2 to the power negative 2021 times 4 to the power 1011. How do we get the answer? First of all, we can make this 4 to the base 2, so that is becomes 2 to the power 2 bracket and then power 1011. And you can see that we can change it to 2 to the power 2022. So after we are performing the multiplication with the same basis, that is the addition of the index. So that is 2 to the power 1 and that is 2. So the answer would be A. For question number 2 is the question about the function. Given that fx is equal to ax squared minus 2x minus 1, f2 equals 7, solve fx equal to 0. f2, that means we place x by 2. So we place x by 2, that means a times 2 squared minus 2 times 2 minus 1 equal to 7. Then you will get that is 4a minus 5 equals 7. A is 3. When you get a is 3, then you need to solve the equation fx equal to 0. So 3x squared minus 2x minus 1 equals 0. So that is, you can do the factorization. 3x plus 1 times x minus 1 equal to 0. So you will get the answer x equals to negative 1 over 3 or x equals 1. And therefore the answer is D. For question number 3, there is 2 to the power 12 plus 2. Then you want to change this into a binary number. So what we can do, for the first digit of the binary number, that is called 2 to the power 0. Okay? So here when you look at the greatest index, here there's 12. That means the number has 13 digits. 13 digits. Now you just count A, B, C, and D. How many digits are there? 4, 4, 4. Okay, A, 13 digit. B, 13 digit. And C, 12. D, 12 digit. So therefore, C and D are not the answer. And then for this number 2, that is 2 to the power 1. That means the second digit will be 1. And therefore, the answer is B, B for boy. How about A? A is not correct because the rightmost digit, that is called 2 to the power 0, that's 1. For the second last digit, that's 2 to the power 1, that is 2. Okay? So the answer is B. So go to question number 4. fx equals to 4x squared plus kx minus 1. When fx is divided by 2x plus 3, remainder is 1. So how do we do this? We can think in this way. When this function fx is divided by 2x plus 3, you can just set 2x plus 3 equal to 0. Then x would equal to negative 3 over 2. You just substitute x equals to negative 3 over 2 in the function, the remainder is negative 1. That's the relationship among those numbers. So 4 times bracket negative 3 over 2 all square plus k times bracket negative 3 over 2 minus 1 equal to negative 1. Okay, so here 4 times 9 over 4 minus 3k over 2 equals 0. And hence you can get B will equals to 6. So the answer is B for boy. Go to question number 5. Which of the following points lie on the straight line 3x minus 2y minus 12 equal to 0? When you look at the word phrase lies on, that means what you need to do is substitute x equals the first coordinates and substitute y equal to the second coordinate in the equation. and see whether left hand side equals to right hand side. So let's check them one by one. For option A, 3 times 4 minus 2 times 6 minus 12, that is negative 12, is not equal to 0, okay? So A is not the answer. B, 3 times 6 minus 2 times negative 4 minus 12, that is 18 minus 12, 6. 6 plus 8, 14. That's not equal to 0 or not the answer. So C, 3 times 8 minus 2 times 6 minus 12, and 8 is equal to 0. That's equal to the right hand side. So C is the answer. But in the MC, remember, you need to check all 4 options, okay? So look at D. But actually, it's quite easy to check because C is the answer, 8, 6. So D must not be the answer. Since it's a straight line, and you found one point line on the straight line, so another point with the same x-intercept, so an x-coordinate must not lie on that point, okay? You can check it by yourself. So 24 minus 12, so 12 plus 16, 28, not equal to 0, so that's not the answer. So answer is C. So question number 6, a watch marked 800 was sold at 40% of discount. That means 0.6, okay? 0.6. So the selling price will be 800 times 0.6, that is 480. And the profit is 80, so the cost will be 480 minus 880, so that is 400. And the profit percent, that will be the profit 80 over the cost 400 times 100%, so that is 20%. Answer is B. So go to question number 7. Given that 3a minus 2b over 2a plus 3b equals 5 over 12, find a to b. So write down the fraction first. As you can see, there are more than one terms in the both numerator and denominator, so give the bracket to it. When you are doing the cross multiplication, you fix the numerator, don't move. Denominator multiply in this way, cross multiplication, okay? So 12 times 3a minus 2b equals 5 times bracket 2a plus 3b. And then multiply the number inside the bracket, so 36a minus 24b equals 10a plus 15b, and therefore you can put a on one side, that is 26a will equals to 39b. So both sides divided by 13, you will get 2a equals 3b. And that's the trick. Many of you think that the answer is B. No, B is not the answer, okay? Some of you choose 2 to 3. B is not the answer, okay? What you need to do is, you need to divide the LCM of 2 and 3. So that is A over 3 equals B over 2. Why? Because the LCM of 2 and 3 is 6. So both sides divided by 6. Then you will get A over 3 equals B over 2. That means A can be divided into 3 parts and B can be divided into 2 parts. So the answer is A. And then go to question number 8. For question number 8, there's number 0.030547. So correct to 2 significant figures, it should be 0.031. So A is not the answer. Okay. For B, there's a 0.030. Again, it's not the answer. It should be 0.031 because 5 should running up, okay, to the next digit. So B is not the answer. C, 0.050305, correct to 4 significant figures. Okay, no, it just has 1, 2, 3, 3 significant figures only. So C is not the answer. And finally, D is the answer. Okay, that's the solution of question number 8. For question number 9, given that f bracket x plus 1 equals to 2x squared plus 1, find fx. That's quite tricky. Since you see that inside the function, there's not x only, that's x plus 1. So you need to use another variable to replace this. We let u equals x plus 1 to replace this one. Then how about x? Then x will become u minus 1, just doing what you do in the equation, okay? And therefore, f bracket, originally that x plus 1, it is replaced by u equals to, originally that's x, it is replaced by u minus 1 and then bracket square, okay? So what you need to do is doing the expansion of here, okay? That is 2 bracket u square minus 2u plus 1 f u, that is 2u square minus 4u plus 2 plus 1, so that's plus 3. 2u square minus 4u plus 3. So the answer is D. D for dot. Some of you may wonder, okay, that is u, but that is x. Why they are the answer? Try to think. If you replace u by x, then they go back to fx, right? Ux we just call as a dummy variable. That means you can use different kinds of the variable to replace it. It's just the letter, or it does not have any special meaning. Okay. So go to question number 10. A equation, quadratic one. Okay. 2x squared plus kx plus 2 equal to 0 has 2 equal roots. Find the value of k. That's a quite straightforward question, but just one reminder is, before you are using delta, you need to make sure that the equations are in standard form. Ax squared plus bx plus c equal to 0. That's the only thing you need to check. And you see that the equation has 2 equal roots, so discriminant equal to 0. Therefore, b squared minus 4ac equal to 0. K squared minus 16 equal to 0. K squared equal to 16. So k has two answers actually, positive 4 or k could be negative 4. Okay, so the answer is C. So for question number 11, the following figure shows the graph of y equals ax squared plus 2bx plus 1. Which of the following must be true? When you are looking at such kind of the quadratic graph, you need to check several things. First one, direction of opening. Does it open upward or downward? Second, the x-intercept, and then y-intercept, and then vertex. You need to check those several things. Sometimes you need to even check delta. Okay, so let's see. It is open upward, so the coefficient of x squared is positive. That means A is positive. And statement 1 is true. And hence C is not the answer. Can you see the flow? Because statement 1 is correct, so the option without 1 is not true. For second one, what you need to do is checking whether B is positive. Okay, so that's the trick. When you are looking with the y-intercept, the position is here, and you know that it should be 1, the constant term. See, it is sliding downward. Okay, it's sliding downward. So, if it is sliding downward, that means the coefficient of x is negative. Therefore, 2b is negative, and hence b is negative. That's the way we check this one. Okay, we check the sign of B. Therefore, statement 2 is not correct. Okay, and that means all options with 2 would not correct. And the answer would be B. B for boy. Of course, if you don't want to check this one, you have another way to check the sign of B. Look at the x-coordinate of vertex. X-coordinate of vertex, that is negative coefficient of x over 2 times coefficient of x squared. Okay, so negative 2b over 2a, and which is positive because it is on the right hand side of the y-axis. So what you need to do is multiply 2a to another side. Negative 2b will be positive. As a is positive, the sign does not change. But you need to divide negative 2 on both sides. Therefore, b is negative. So you can also get the same conclusion. But in exam, the original way, this way, check the slope at the y-intercept will be much easier to determine the sign of the coefficient of x. Okay? So that's finished question number 11, and then go to question number 12. Okay, solve the compound inequalities. Okay, the first one. X minus 3 plus x over 2 greater than 1. Give the bracket to it first, okay? Because there are more than one term in the numerator. All terms multiply by 2. So 2x minus bracket 3 plus x greater than 1. Or 3x greater than 3. The second equation inequality are quite straightforward, okay? So 2x minus 3 minus x greater than 1 or x greater than 1. And then here x greater than 3 or sorry, there's a calculation mistake. 2 x greater than 5 or greater than 1. Okay, so how do we find the final solution? Okay, how do we get the final solution? We draw the number line 1, 5. The first solution is x greater than 5 here. The second one is x greater than 1 here. Since the keyword is or, that means we take all region, okay, as much region as we want. So starting from x greater than 1, there's a line covered. Therefore, the final answer x greater than 1. And hence, the answer is C. And question number 13. 5i over a plus I equals 1 plus 2i. So therefore, you can just directly multiply a plus I to another side. 5i equals 1 plus 2i times a plus I. 5i equals to a plus I plus 2ai, and then plus 2i squared. Alright, so 5i will equals to a minus 2, as you can see. Okay, I squared, that's negative 1. So 2i squared becomes negative 2. And then plus bracket 2a plus 1 bracket I. So you can just compare the coefficient. 5i equals 2a plus 1i. Therefore, 5 equals 2a plus 1, and then a equals 2. So question number 13 is C. For question number 14, make y the subject. You can see that there's a fraction here. Okay, 2 over x plus 3 over y. First of all, okay, combine them into one fraction, xy, and then numerator 2y plus 3x equals 4 over 5. If you don't understand why, you can just working with some numbers. For example, 2 over 7 plus 3 over 11. Okay, try to work with it. Okay, you are just doing the same thing. Okay? So you can perform the cross multiplication now because left hand side and right hand side just have one fraction. So 5 bracket 2y plus 3x equals 4xy. So 10y plus 15x equals 4xy. And you need to make y be subject. So you make all terms with y on one side, the term without y on the other side. 15x equals to y bracket 4x minus 10. And then do the division. 4x minus 10 move to another side of the equation in the denominator. So y will equal to 15x over 4x minus 10. The answer is B. And then go to question number 15. In a box, there are one $100 note and four $50 notes. A note is drawn randomly. What is the expected value? Expected value, that's NP. That means the probability multiplied the corresponding outcome. So the probability of getting a $100 note, that is 1 over 5. Why 5? Because 1 plus 4, totally 5 notes. If you get $1 note, okay, the expected value of course must be 100. Plus, there's another possibility. Among 5 notes, 4 of them is $50. So you just multiply them together. That is 20 plus 40, and the answer is 60. So for question number 15, the answer is B. So go to the next question. Question number 16. For question number 16, a metal sphere of radius 9 cm is melted and then recast. That means reform. Make the new one, okay, to a right circular cone. The height of the circular cone is 81. Find the base radius, okay. Sphere 9 change to a very tall cone, 81, radius R. Okay, so you need to set up the equation to do this. As you know that after you reform or recast the metal, the volume will not change. The volume will be the same. So 4 over 3 times pi times 9 to the power 3 will equals to 1 over 3 times pi times r square times 81. Okay, both sides divided by 3 and then pi, and then 81, that is 9 square. So you can divide it by 81 on both sides. So 4 times 9 will equals to r square, and then r will equals to 6. Okay, r square equal to 36, and then r equal to 6. Therefore, the answer is D. Question number 17. In the figure, AB is parallel to DC at 2 arrows to it. Which of the following statement must be true? Okay, for such kind of standard question, one usual method is to add one more parallel lines here, like this. Because you can choose this. Starting from this point, you must choose a line parallel to both AB and CD, as AB and CD are parallel already. Okay, so you draw this one. So this one, x plus a equals 1x0 degree. There's an interior angles, and then z plus b equals 1x0 degree. So you add these two equations together. X plus a plus b plus z equals to 1x0 degree plus 1x0 degree. That's 360 degree. But what is a plus b? Y. So x plus y plus z equals to 360 degree. And answer B. B for boy. So go to question number 18. If an interior angle of a regular n-side polygon is greater than the exterior angle by 108, it's greater. Okay, So you can imagine, draw the figure like this. Okay, there are so many lines here, I don't know. Suppose the exterior angle, okay, outside the figure is theta. Then the angle inside the figure, that means interior angle, according to the question, will be theta plus 108 degrees. Because the interior angle is greater than the exterior angle by 108 degrees. But on the other hand, these two angles are supplementary. That means the sum of these two angles is 180. It's a straight line. So theta plus 108 degrees, that is equal to 180 degrees. Then you can solve the equation. Theta, that is 36 degrees. The exterior angle is 36 degrees. So how do we find the number of side n? As you know, sum of all exterior angle is 360 degrees for any polygon. The sum of all exterior angle is 360 degrees. So one exterior angle is 36 degrees, but you have n of them. Set the equation like this, and n equals 10. Therefore, statement 1 is correct. Exterior angle 2 also correct. So when in the regular 10 side polygon, how many reflectional symmetry is not 5 but 10? Okay, so statement 3 is not correct, and the answer would be A. And next, go to question number 19. For question number 19, ABCD is a parallelogram, M is the midpoint of AD, and E is the point on BC, such that BE equals to EC, that is 1 to 2. Okay, so 1 to 2. And you can see that from these two statements, you can see BC occupies 3 parts. That means AD also occupies 3 parts. And hence, AM or MD will occupy 3 over 2. That is 1.5. But it seems not very good because the ratio is in the decimal. So we extended AM, MD occupy 3 parts, and then BE and EC will occupy 2 parts and 4 parts respectively. Okay, so it just keep the same. BE and EC just keep 1 to 2. Okay, and AD equals to BC occupy 6 parts. AM, MD occupy 3 parts for each. So AC and EM intersect at F. AMF is 18. Find the area of the whole one ABCD. So the first one we need to start is finding this one. We let this one be x. Okay, so x over 18, the area ratio will be equal to 4 over 3 bracket square. Because they are similar figure, as you know, these two are parallel lines. So AMF and CEF, they are similar triangles. So the area ratio will be same as the length ratio and then take square. And then you can solve x. That is 32. So what is the next step we could do? As you see that there's not so many similar figure anymore, so you need to add a straight line at AE. What is the advantages of adding AE? Because after you adding this, you can find the length ratio of these two lines, MF and EF. Okay, that is 3 to 4 again. So let this one be Y. Okay, So y over 18, that will equals to 4 over 3. These two triangles are not similar, but they have the same height. Okay? So their base ratio will equals their area ratio, and therefore you can find y to be 24. And next, you can find triangle ABE. ABE over 24 plus 32. That means ABE and AEC. These two triangles have the same height, okay? So their base ratio would equals to the area ratio. And area of triangle ABE would equal to 1 over 2 times 24 plus 32. That is 28. So the triangle of ABC would be 28 plus 24 plus 32. (28 plus 24 plus 32), that is 84. And then the area of this ABCD will equal to 84 times 2, okay? Because ADC is congruent to CBA, okay? So the answer is 168. The answer is A. And then go to question number 20. There's a pie chart shows the favorite sport of students. 14 of them like boxing. So you can find this angle directly, quite straightforward. That is 360 degree minus 120 degree minus 108 degree minus 90 degree. So just use the calculator to plug in. 42 degree. 14 students like this boxing. So how many students like running? So we'll let this be y. Y over 90, that equals to 14 over 42. And y you will get that is 30. So the answer is C. And then go to question number 21. That's a quadratic inequality. So 2x squared minus 4x plus 2 greater than x. You need to change it into standard form like this. So 2x squared minus 5x plus 2 greater than 0. Of course, you may use the formula to find the answer. So A is 2, B is -5, C is 2. The first one is 2. The second one is 1 over 2. So what you need to write down, that is the fraction form, x minus 2, 2x minus 1 greater than 0, right? But how do we present the solution? Okay, you need to do it in rough work. The smaller one right on the left hand side, greater one right to the right hand side. The coefficient of x squared, that's 2, that is positive. So draw the curve open upward. Now you look at this one. You want the quadratic function is greater than 0. That means in the graph, that means above the x-axis. So the region that above the x-axis is something like these two sides. Just like opening your arm, okay? Go to two direction. Therefore, x is less than 1 over 2, or x is greater than 2. Hence, the answer is D for dog. And go to question number 22. Solve this special equation, okay, with the exponential as a variable. 4 to the power x plus 1 equals 24 times 2 to the power x plus 32 equal to 0. First thing you need to do is simplify this one. 4 to the power x plus 1, it can be written as 4 to the power 1 times 4 to the power x minus 24 to the times 2 to the power x plus 32 equals 0. And then we need to do is divide 4 on every term. So this term divided by 4, that's 4 to the power x only. And next one will be 6 times 2 to the power x, and then plus 8 equals here 0 divided by 4 also equal to 0. Okay? And you can see here's a 4 to the power x, that's 2 to the power x. And you can see 4 can be written as 2 to the power 2, 2 square. So there's a hint to make the quadratic equation. Okay? 4 to the power x, that means 2 square to the power x. And that means 2x and then bracket square. Of course, you can change into u square minus 6u plus 8 equals 0. And here u, that is 2 to the power x. So you can solve this directly, right? U minus 2 times u minus 4 equals 0. And therefore u equals to 2 or u equals to 4. But of course, that's not the answer. Since u, that is 2 to the power x, you need to find x. 2 to the power x equals 2 or 2 to the power x equals 4. So x is 1 or x is 2. So the final answer is C. Let's finish question number 22. And then go to question number 23. Go to question number 23. A equals to log 2. B equals to log 3. Express log 120 in terms of A and B. So that's what we can do. Log 120, it can be written as log bracket 12 times 10. So that it becomes log 12 plus log 10. And 12, again, you want to change some number related to 2 and 3. That's become to 2 squared times 3. And log 10 equals 1. Okay? So you can see that with some option without plus 1, that's not the answer. B and C are not the answer. Next step, go to here. Log 2 squared times 3, it can be changed to log 2 squared plus log 3 and then plus 1 at behind. So how about this index 2? Log bracket 2 squared, as this index is inside the log function, so it can move to here. 2 log 2 plus log 3 plus 1. And log 2, that is A, log 3, that is B, and then plus 1. So final answer is D. For question number 24, in the figure, 4 exponential graph A, B, C, and D. They are all positive index, positive constant. Which of the following must be true? If you want to compare their base, there's a very one important point is when x equals to 1, y would equals to the base. What does that mean? When you substitute x equals 1 in this line, x equals 1, y equals d. There's a base. When you substitute x equals 1 here, y equals c. Again, the base. Because there's a very common concept, that is, for any positive number k to the power 1, it goes back to k itself. So what we need to do is, we are considering what's happened when x equals 1. In the graph, x equals 1 means a vertical line. So when you draw the vertical line x equals 1, then you can find all these 4 intersecting points. This point, 1C. Second point, 1D. And this point, 1A. Finally, 1B. So which one will be the greatest? Of course, C. And then D. And then A. And then B. So final answer is A. Capital letter A. Given that a graph y equals fx and other graph y equals hx is obtained by reflecting the graph y equals fx along y-axis. And remember, when you reflect the graph along the y-axis, this means left, right, inverted. Okay, this graph will become f bracket negative x, because the positive number of x will become negative. Okay, and the y coordinate will not change, and then translate to the right by 1 unit. Okay, that means we transform this one 1 unit to the right. So what is the red one, hx? Here will be very tricky. hx will equals to, okay, the hx. Original f reflect along the y-axis, so inside the bracket the x coordinate will become negative, but you then translate 1 unit to the right. That means all x coordinate would be -1, but there's a negative sign affecting such thing, so you need to add the bracket to it. So the final answer will be hx will equal to f bracket negative x plus 1. Okay, and finally the answer will be A. For question number 26, AB, that is y, find CD. Okay, so we can try to find some angles. For example, this one would be 90 degree minus alpha. Okay, what we need to do, we usually find a common line. Okay, so first we find BC. Y over BC, that is cosine theta. So y equals BC times cosine theta, and then you can find BC, both side over cosine theta. So that is BC. BC, that is y over cosine theta. And next you can find CD. Okay, BC over DC, that is tangent alpha. So BC equals to DC times tangent alpha. And what is BC? BC, that is y over cosine theta. So finally you can find DC, that is y cosine theta and then tangent alpha, all in the denominator. So 26A. Okay, and that's the end of question number 26. So go to question number 27. I found the minimum value of these expressions. Okay, since you know that sine x is the greatest at 1, also sine square x is the greatest at 1, right? When you want to find the minimum value of this fraction, so you want the denominator be the greatest. The denominator be the greatest, so the minimum of 112 over 3 plus sine square x will equals to, when it happens at sine square x equals 1, so that is 3. The answer is C. Okay, it cannot be, some of you substitute -1 here. No, because sine x bracket square cannot be -1. Okay, so question number 28. So what can we do? Cosine 0 degree 1, actually 1 plus cosine 1 minus cosine 90 degree plus theta. Okay, we don't know yet. And cosine 180 degree, use the calculator, -1. So combined with this negative sign, that become positive. And then the rest of the thing just copy. So use the calculator to help you. You can substitute theta equals 10 degree to help you. You substitute theta equals 10 in this expression and the option, so you can find the correct answer. Okay? 1 divided by 1 minus cosine 100 degree plus 1 over 1 plus cosine 100 degree. Okay? Enter. That's 2.062182408. Okay? So A is not the answer. How about B? 2 divided by sine 10 bracket square, 66 point something. B is not the answer. And C, 2 times sine 10 divided by cosine 10 degree bracket square. C is not the answer. How about D? 2 divided by cosine 10 degree bracket square, 2.062. D is the answer. So the answer is D, D for dog. And go to question number 29. The graphs, okay, should be A, B, C, D. Which one? You can check. This point, there's 0 degree 5. And this point, that is 90 degree -1. So try to substitute these 2 points in the option A, B, C, D to eliminate, to remove, okay, all unwanted answer. You can see when you substitute x equal to 0, then A, B, C, D, you will all get the answer 5. So you substitute this point, you cannot eliminate the unwanted answer. So we substitute second point. When x equal to 90 degree, so let's see why. So go to option A. We substitute 90 degree -1, okay? We substitute x equal to 90 in option A, B, C, D. We want to get -1. So A, 2 plus 3 times cosine 90, that's 2, not equals -1. So A is not the answer. So B, 2 plus 3 times cosine 90 degree times 2, there's -1. Again, this is the answer because they are same. So C, 3 plus 2 times cosine 90, that's 3. So C is not the answer. And then go to D, 3 plus 2 times cosine 90 degree times 2, that is 1. Again, not the answer. So the only answer is B. B for boy. Okay? Go to question number 30. City A is 5 km due north of city B. So there's something like here, B, and then A, there's due north. Okay? City C is in the direction 135 degrees from B. Something like this. Distance between city B and city C, again 5. Now you need to find the distance between A, C, okay, this one. And you can see there's a quite standard. You can apply cosine rule directly. AC squared equals to 5 squared plus 5 squared minus 2 times 5 times 5 times cosine 135 degree. So plug in 5 squared plus 5 squared minus 2 times 5 times 5 times cosine 135 degree, and then take square root. So AC, that is 9.23 something. Therefore the answer 30 would be A. And go to question number 31. Triangle ABC is an obtuse angled triangle. AB that is 16 cm and BC that is 10 cm. Angle CAB that's 30 cm. So try to draw a line AB 16. Okay, and then BC that is 10. ACAB 30 degree. What you need to find is angle ACB, this one. Okay, so you could apply the sine rule. Sine angle C, okay, I just simply use C here, over 16 equals to sine 30 degree over 10. And sine angle C, that is sine 30 degree divided by 10 times 16, 0.8. So shift sine 0.8, you will get 53.1. But this is a obtuse angle triangle. Obtuse angle triangle. So when angle C equals to 33.1 degree, how about the rest of angle? Angle B would equals to 180 minus this 53.13 something minus 30. Is still equal to 96.87 something, okay? It's still greater than 90 degree. So if angle C equals to 53.1 something, this is also equals to can be an obtuse angle triangle. So we keep this answer. And angle C with another possibility, that is either angle C equals 53.1 something or 180 minus this one, 126 something. Is of what is obtuse. So you can check when you press sign of this answer, you'll get back 0.8. That means both cases are possible. The answer is B. Okay? The triangle is obtuse angle triangle. It doesn't mean that angle C is obtuse angle. Okay? In this case, angle C is obtuse angle. In this first case, angle B is the obtuse angle. Okay? Both cases should be included. Question number 32. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H is a rectangular block such that A, B, B, C, and then B, G are in ratio 2 to 2 to 3. Find the angle between the plane AEG and the plane EFGH. So let's draw the plane AEG. It's something like this. AE, AG, and then GE. The first thing you need to do is you find the common line of these two planes. That is EG, actually. Okay? After you find the common line is EG, then on each plane you draw the perpendicular line. Okay, let me transfer those lines here. From this one, you draw this line. Okay, these two lines are the same. Okay, this is a rectangular box, and with 2 here. So ABGF is congruent to AFED. So AG and AE is an isosceles triangle. So here is going to the midpoint. Okay, and hence the base is a square. So we can do it this way. So what you need to do is finding this angle theta, and we call this point is M. The only thing we need to find out is how do we find FM. So go to this square F E H G. There's a line GE and there's a point M. We need to find FM, that is 2, 2, okay, and here that is 45 degree. Okay, so we can apply this way. Fm over 2, that is cosine 45 degree. So Fm equals 2 times 1 over root 2, that is root 2. Fm, that is root 2. And therefore, in this triangle AFM, the height AF, 3 part, Fm square root 2, that is theta. So tangent theta would be 3 over root 2. And you can get the answer 3 divided by root 2, and then shift tangent 64 point something. So final answer would be D for dog. Okay, so that's the end of question number 32. For question number 33, A is vertically above A, and ABCD is a rectangle. Which of the following must be 90 degree? So, statement 1, VBC, okay, this is right angle. Why? Because ABC is a right angle, and V is vertically above A. So, by 3 perpendicular theorem, VBC is also right angle. So, 33, statement 1 is correct. And without 1, not correct. And then go to statement 2, angle VDC. Again, this is right angle. ADC is right angle. And V is vertically above A. Therefore, this is also right angle VDC. And statement 2 is correct. So the answer without statement 2 would not correct. Okay? And go to the next one. VAB, of course, they're quite straightforward. VA is vertically above V is vertically above A. So VA will perpendicular to every line on the plane ABCD. Okay? So statement 3 is correct, and D would be the answer. Go to question number 34. A is varied as square of x, pay attention, and inversely as y. Which of the following must be a constant? Okay, A can be written as a constant k times x squared, directly as x squared, and at the same time, not partially, so we use one constant, okay? Like this. There's a relationship between A, x, and y. Which of the following must be a constant? So we just make k be subject first. Ay over x squared equals k. So the answer is B for boy. Question number 35. Given that z varies as x and inversely as square root of y, pay attention, okay? So z equals to constant k times x over square root of y. X is decreased by 30%, so becomes 0.7x. And y is decreased by 36%, so y becomes 0.64y. So find the percentage change of z. The percentage change of z can be doing this way. The new value of z, that is 0.7 over square root of 0.64. Because there's a change of the x and y respectively, and the original of z is 1. So you can use this equation, use this relationship to find the percentage change. 0.7 divided by square root of 0.64, and then minus 1 divided by 1 times 100%. So negative 12.5%. That means decreased by 12.5%. So the answer is boy. B for boy. Go to question number 36. AB equals BC equals CD. ACD, that is 54 degrees. Find AFD. So if you want to use the relationship between equal arc, equal angle, you need to add straight line like this, AD. Then the angle subtended by the arc will be the same. Okay, ADB we call theta, BDC theta, because they have the same arc length, so they go to the angle as circumference. All those are the same. And then DAC, this is also theta. So you can set up the equation. 3 theta plus 54 degrees equals to 180 degrees. Okay. So 180 minus 54 divided by 3, 42. And you need to find this one, angle AFD. Angle AFD, then it will be 180 degrees minus 42 degrees minus 42 degrees. Okay. Then 96. And the answer will be C. Go to question number 37. For question number 37, AT is the tangent to the circle at R. PR to RQ will 1 to 2. So you can directly draw this occupy 1x and angle QPR will occupy 2x. Okay, because their arc length ratio are in 1 to 2. So the angle subtended to the circumference would also have the same ratio 1 to 2. Angle PRQ 120 degrees. Find angle QAR. Okay. X plus 2x equal to plus 120 degrees, that is 180 degrees. X you will get that is 20 degrees. Okay. 20, 40, 120, and hence you will get this is 20 degrees angle in alternate segment. Okay, so you go to the triangle QAR, that is 20 degrees, that is unknown angle A you want to find out. Angle ARQ, that is 20 degrees plus 120 degrees, that is 140 degrees. So you can just using angle sum of triangle to find A, 20. Okay, just do the subtraction. 180 degrees minus 20 degrees minus 140 degrees. For question number 38, point A 04, point B 12.8, point C 4.10. H is the ortho center. Find the equation of the straight line passing through A and H. Okay, before we start working with this one, some of you may think, okay, maybe we find the coordinate of H. This seems correct, okay, but H has some special case. The only special case is H may lie on one of the point of A, B, or C if triangle ABC is a right angle triangle. So before we start working with the coordinate of H, you should first check whether triangle ABC is a right angle triangle. Slope of AB, that is 8 minus 4 over 12 minus 0, so that is 1 over 3. Okay, and then slope of BC, that is 8 minus 10 over 12 minus 4, that is, using calculator, 8 minus 10 divided by 12 minus 4, that is negative 1 over 4. So finally, check the slope of AC. That is 4 minus 10 over 0 minus 4. That is 3/2. Okay, this is not the right angle triangle. Then we need to find the coordinate of H. Okay, then if we want to find the equation of straight line passing through A and H, that means passing through A at the same time perpendicular to BC. So we need to know the slope of this equation of the slope of this straight line M would be positive 4, because the slope of BC is negative 1/4. So the slope of this straight line would be positive 4. And we check A, B, C, D. A, the slope, that is negative 1/4. Not correct. B, the slope is 4. B is the answer. And C, the slope, that is 1/3. And D, the slope is 3/2. So A, C, D are not correct, and the answer is B. B for boy. For question number 39, given a quadratic graph, y equals bracket negative x plus 3 bracket square minus 4. Which of the following statement must be true? Here, this is not the vertex form. This is not the vertex form. Because if you want to change back in the vertex form, the coefficient of x must be positive. So that's a trick. Negative x plus 3 bracket square change to x minus 3 bracket square. Okay, so the graph you should consider is x minus 3 bracket square minus 4. So y-intercept is negative 4. So when x equal to 0, y would be negative 3 bracket square minus 4. That is 5, not 0. So A is not correct. And then go to B, is open downward. The coefficient of x squared, that is 1. When you do the multiplication, expand this, that is positive. So B is not the answer. If you don't believe it, you can just expand this, become to x squared minus 6x plus 5. Okay. C, the x coordinate of vertex is 3. Yes, correct. D, the graph does not intersect the x-axis. Again, you sub y equal to 0, then x minus 3 bracket square minus 4 equals 0, and you will solve x with two answers, that is 1, 5. So D is not the answer. Answer C. So question number 40. The equation of the quadratic graph is, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, which one? So you can see that if the question gives you this point, 0, 4, then you substitute x equal to 0 and y equals to 4 inside the function. So just check, when x equal to 0, y is negative 2, so A is not the answer. When x equal to 0, y is positive 2, B is not the answer. Again, when x equal to 0, y is negative 2 times negative 1 times 2, positive 4. Okay, C is okay. And x is equal to 0, substitute into D. Negative 2 times positive 1 times negative 2, D is also okay. So that means substitute 1 point is not enough. You need to substitute another point. When x equals to 1, y equals to 0. So when x equals to 1, 1 minus 1 equals 0. So the product of this thing will also be 0. C is okay. When x equals to 1, here will be negative 2 times 2 times negative 1 is not equal to 0. So D is not satisfied. And the answer is C. Just substitute the point inside the function, then you can get the correct answer. Question number 41. A is the point 0, 16. B is the point 12, 0. There's a point O, okay. P is a moving point such that APB is 90 degrees. As you can see, there's a question about the locus. You want to keep it as always perpendicular to each other, okay. I don't know how you move the point, but you want to keep moving until it keeps the right angle, okay. So finally you will see that you will form a circle with AB as the diameter, okay, with AB as a diameter. It is circle with diameter AB. So what you need to do is find the center of the circle, that is 0 plus 16 over 2, so 0 plus 12 over 2, 16 plus 0 over 2, so that is 6, 8. And then radius, that will be square root 6 minus 0 bracket square plus 16 minus 8 bracket square, that is 10. So the equation would be x minus 6 bracket square plus y minus 8 bracket square equals 10 square. And then you simplify this, x squared plus y squared minus 12x minus 16y equal to 0. So the answer would be D. D for dog. And then go to question number 42. Given a fixed point F, the distance between F and the moving point P is always equal to the distance between moving point P to the horizontal line. So that means this one, P. You want to keep these two distances are the same. And you will see point P must move to the midpoint of F and the horizontal line, okay? So it could not be straight line, because if it is a straight line, then this point must be the same as this one, which does not make sense. So it must be a curved line. And the answer would be D. D for dog. So go to question number 43. A circle centered at G 30, 12. Cut the x-axis at AB. AB is 10. Here, that's 12. So half of them is 15. And using Pythagoras theorem, 12 square plus 5 square, and then take square root, that is 13. Therefore, the radius of the circle is 13. And hence, the equation would be A. 43A. Because 169, that is 13 square. That's the radius square. Okay? Go to question number 44. When you can see that the coefficient of x squared and y squared is not 1, do the division first. X squared plus y squared minus 4x plus 10y minus 5 equals 0. So check the position of center. Negative d over 2, negative e over 2, that is 2, 5. Okay, and then radius, that is square root 2 square plus 5 square minus negative 5. So just plug in 2 square plus 5 square minus negative 5. So that's square root 34. And the distance between the origin to the center, that is square root 2 square plus 5 square and the square root, that is 29. Square root of 29 less than radius, so origin lie inside the circle is correct. Statement 1 is correct. And statement 2, radius is 11, that is square root 34, so statement 2 is not correct. And the center is 2 negative 5, sorry, okay, 2 negative 5. So this 4 negative 10 is not correct. And therefore, the statement 2 and statement 3 are wrong. So the answer is C. And go to question number 45. A straight line y equals mx touch the circle once. Okay, that means delta equals 0 after combining these two. M is positive, find n. So what you need to do is just doing the substitution. Y equals mx and then x squared plus y squared minus 20y plus 64 equals 0. Okay, so x squared plus mx bracket square minus 20 times mx plus 64 equals 0. You make it in a standard form of quadratic equation. 1 plus m squared bracket x squared minus 20 mx plus 64 equals 0. Since this equation is solving the x-coordinate of the intersection of these two lines, therefore discriminant equal to 0, as the question tells you that these two lines just touch once. Okay, so here you can set b square, no x, sorry, negative 20m bracket square minus 4ac equal to 0. So that is 400m square and then minus 4 times 64, 256 minus 256 m squared equal to 0. 400 minus 256, that is 144 m squared equals to 256. And then m squared equals to 256 divided by this one. That is 16 over 9. Therefore, m equals positive 4 over 3 or m equals to negative 4 over 3. We just want the positive one, so m is positive 4 over 3, and the answer is A. So that's the end of question number 45, and that's the end of this paper.